Yo, good morning, fellas. So it is 6 a.m. right now, 7th of June, and just as of 6 hours ago, I turned 22. Big brain Gyan was like, fuck it, what's the best thing to do on my 22nd birthday? Kickstart the day with a 22 km run. I do also want to talk about some shit that's been on my mind over the past couple months, things I've reflected on, yada yada yada. Before we get into all of that, let's kickstart the day with a 22 km run and get that shit out of the way. 22K completed. It was a fairly good run. Probably the best run I've ever had, actually. I got a little refresher while I talk, but this is kind of more so what I wanted to get into today. Another calendar year has gone by. I'm another year older now. I've become a lot wiser. I'd like to just kind of share my insights on what I've learned in the past 8 months to a year and what I've done differently, because I know a lot of friends of mine who struggle with their mental health and everything, and none of this is scripted, and to be honest, I'm just going like off my head, because I do believe I have quite a few things to say. But yeah, honestly, I feel like the past 10 years of life, fuck my slipper, I'd say gradually over the last 5 years is where I got a bit more severe. I've been struggling with a lot of grief. It could just generally be from like loss when it comes to family, like maybe a family death, or friendships have fallen down like straight down the well, like the bridges have kind of been burnt. I don't see it as a bad thing per se, but it's pretty disheartening to some extent, and I'd say these things gradually just got worse over the years. I noticed that in the past like 8 months to a year, I've taken a completely different route with how I've approached these struggles that I faced. I've isolated myself so much to a point where I've had to find comfort in being with myself, and I think that's really been my saving grace. Aside from that, even let's say like, ironic enough, it's my birthday, but today also marks 6 months today since I last took a puff of a vape, and I've been sober from alcohol for 190 days. I've been clean of substance for 215 days. And I've been doing a lot of journaling, and I reflect every day on how my days go or the feelings I feel. And okay, there's this saying, apparently it's from Sopranos. I've read it elsewhere, but apparently it's from The Sopranos, where it's like, there's no chemical solution to a spiritual problem. And I fuck with that pretty heavy. I've noticed patterns where, when I was struggling with grief, maybe at like age 16, which is pretty fucking early to be honest, I would drink a lot, even by myself. Like if I'm at home, COVID was going on, I'd fucking drink myself drunk. I believe that the physical health is parallel to your mental health. So, if you drink, you take in all these substances, you smoke, nicotine, whatever it is, even caffeine. If your physical health is somewhat shit, it will take a toll on your mental. I wanted to take a complete halt from drinking, nicotine and everything, because I wanted to prioritize physical health on the whole. And I feel like I'm at the best point of my life that I've been in the past 10 years. Kind of crazy to say, because all of this has only taken place within the past year. It was like 9 years of fucking up and not knowing what the solution was, when it was the one solution that I never tried, because it's so easy to fall back on all these copes that we have. And I don't think it's easy to just, get up off your ass and be like, oh fuck, I'm gonna stop today. I feel like I miss it at times, but at the same time, I know that falling back into that pattern, right, it would only just affect my physical health. And when the physical health is being affected in a sense, right, it's just gonna fuck with my mental again. Getting off your ass one day and being like, fuck, you know what, I don't want to be in this rut, and I don't want to be in this, and I don't want to be that. It's easier said than done, and it's so fucking hard, because I'm sure we've all tried. But I have so many friends who are struggling, and in a sense, I don't know, I just want to share insight on what I feel I've done different, because if it took me 10 years to find the method, it will take time as well. And I guess one thing is, we ought to be patient with ourselves. Like, let's say my friends who are struggling, right, I don't expect you guys to like take this and it's like it goes in 1 year and then fuck, you've like resolved all your problems the next day. I just take it as if this is food for thought, you know what I mean? And every ounce of insight and some kind of wisdom that you can take in, it helps in the long run. And that's all I really want to do for my friends, because if you are struggling, just like me, it might take you 10 years to realize, fuck, this is what I gotta cut out to be able to improve on this aspect, or this is what I gotta do, and like, you'll figure it out. But I think the most important thing about getting better is being patient with yourself, and that's something that I've learned really well, because you gotta trust the process to some extent. And running, for me personally, that's where the mental fortitude comes in. It's good for the physical health, but the reason why I do it is not so much so for physical health. Do something that works on your mental fortitude, because it helps a lot for me, to sort of be able to tell myself, hey, fuck, you're like 11 km through, you're only halfway there and you're already so fucking gassed. I mean, like, on my run today, I low-key wanted to give up, like, so early on. But you gotta push through it, and by the time you reach that end point, right, you're like, holy fuck, I am stronger than I think I am. And most of the time, that is what the case truly is. We kind of undermine ourselves so much to the point that we think we are not, like, capable, or like, fuck, it's so tough, or this or that. But the dopamine you get after is just so fucking good, and you feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like you're capable. You feel like you can do it, you know what I mean? And I think that's a fucking amazing thing, and that has worked wonders for me. I've been open to trying new things because I feel like that helps a lot too. The moment you try to expand your horizons and try out new things or go out of your comfort zone, it works amazing. I've been listening to like different genres of music. I've been going for like hardcore gigs. I've been in a fucking circle pit and I've been moshing. Like, these are things I would have not expected myself to even be doing. Because I feel sometimes we have this like tunnel vision on what life is giving us, and there's so much to the world, man. Like, this is of course within capabilities, and I believe that I'm privileged as fuck. Like, I'm so privileged. We work with what we have, and I feel like to some extent we can always figure something out or find something new to do. And traveling has been amazing. I traveled to Vietnam alone for a week, going interstate with all these buses and vans, like clueless as fuck. It's in a way eye-opening, and going to see like Geordie Greep by myself, and going for all these runs by myself and everything. I've been spending so much time with myself that I've learned to enjoy my company so much more than I do with anyone else. I love that my friends are always there to lift me up, and I love that I'm there to also help lift up my friends, in moments where we're down, if we do need a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes it's hard to see things from within, so we do need that kind of external validation, or we need that external voice to sort of help us get our shit together. But the thing is, that can only take you so far. The bigger steps have to be taken yourself, and if you can be comfortable in the presence of just your own breath. I think that's a phrase that I like to think of, to be alone just with you and your own breath, and find comfort in just that. It'll be fucking amazing for you. It's not easy, I guess, at the initial point, but the thing is, the more time you spend alone and the more time you spend exploring and figuring out what you truly like about the world and what you like about yourself, the more comfortable you get with yourself. You can go, no worries. It's a never-ending process of figuring out what works for you, I guess. What you might like this year, you might not like next year, but that's the thing. You just got to keep exploring, and you just got to keep looking for something new. I guess not everything stays permanent in life, maybe like relationships, all that, yeah, like, those things last long term, those things can stay around. But I don't know what the phrase is exactly, but they say that the average human changes their personality entirely. I think it's like every 7 years or something like that. So it's bound to happen to all of us. So go out and explore, man. Like, find some shit that you want to do. If there's anything that you're keen on doing, you don't need your friends to be there for you. Like, I love when my friends can join, but my friends are not into the shit that I'm into. Like, they don't listen to like Geordie Greep, or they don't listen to like whatever weird fuck shit that I want to. You don't need them. Do it yourself. And the more you do it yourself, the more you'll romanticize your own life, and the more you'll romanticize your own company. This is also something that I like to sort of quote or reference a lot. It's how Bhutan has this their way of calculating their GDP is through happiness of their sort of citizens, or of the nationals, is they have this belief that you gotta somewhat match the spiritualistic with the materialistic. You got to have a good balance of both, and I think that's also something that I've been trying to implement a lot more. I think the world is, we live in this super like capitalistic world, and everyone's trying to fuck each other over to some extent. And of course, we're all, well, I wouldn't say slaves, but we're all in a system where we depend on a lot of materialistic items and all that kind of stuff. And I know to some extent, I do find it kind of stupid, but at the same time, I'd be a hypocrite if I say that. I'm fucking recording this with like a DJI camera and my fucking Honor pad, and like I wear like Pumas that are like that retail for like 1,000. I can't say shit about that, but a very important thing is that you balance your materialistic wealth with your spiritualistic wealth. So I think material value only takes you so far when there's a lot more that you gotta find within life. Nature in itself. Fuck, dude, go for a hike, go to a waterfall, man. That shit is incredible for the soul. Like, I've been doing a lot of that stuff, and it helps you find a lot more balance when it comes to your spirit and how you're connected with Mother Nature and just Earth in general. Because I think we're so like blindsided in society that we see all of these things, and we conform to these social constructs and everything, and we're like, fucking look behind me, dude. I mean, it's so dystopian to some extent. Civilization in my eyes is just dystopian as fuck, but at the same time, if you look right below, you have all these trees, and you still have some glimpses of nature. So we're not that far off. It's not like some cyberpunk or like Blade Runner type shit, But yeah, you can only spend so much time in the city without getting sick of it, unless you really are a city type person. And yeah, I can't argue with that. But get out there and just spend more time in nature, man. I feel like it's such a healing and beautiful thing to do. You gotta avoid being fearful. You gotta have this sense of like existential courage. Dude, I'm gonna be so honest. Me filming here, like there's so many cyclists like going past, and there's people like next to me and everything. I feel stupid as fuck. I think I look stupid as fuck. But the thing is, I'm not trying to overcome that anymore. I'm not trying to be like, fuck, I don't want to look stupid. I look stupid. I'll fucking accept that I look stupid. But the thing is, I do it anyways. It's that being courageous doesn't mean going into it without fear. Being courageous means going into it while you are fearful. Because if you have no fear of it, you wouldn't be a courageous person. To be courageous, you gotta have fear of something, you know what I mean? And the thing is, I believe I look dumb as fuck, but I don't try to fight it anymore. I just accept it. I take it in as, you know what? I probably get judged a shit ton. If anything, I do judge myself too, but this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and I don't have to be shamed. I don't have to feel shameful for it, And I think that helps a lot, man. You gotta find some kind of comfort. Like I said, find comfort in your own breath. Alright, so something that I've tried to philosophically introduce into my life as of late is sort of to shift my perspective on what it means to be sad and depressed, because I guess it's normal that these waves do hit us, but I believe that depression does not exist in nature, if you get what I mean. Well, it does, but depression or sadness or fear or these terms that we have given these feelings, right? It's merely just a human... It's sort of how humans have conceptualized or perceived these feelings. So these feelings deep down are kind of like cause and effect of neurological imbalances per se. So let's say like your dopamine receptors are not firing efficiently, or you're not getting the right chemicals. Your brain is not releasing the right chemicals. You could be in a deficit. You could be in a surplus or something. Maybe your cortisol is high, for instance. I mean, like, these are all chemicals, right, that the body releases. It's just that I try to remind myself that, hey, you know what? If I have a deficit, or if I'm lacking in something, what can I do to try to make up for it? Because to me, how I've perceived this is, at the end of the day, it's all just chemicals in our head, and how I feel is merely just how I perceive it. And I sort of see, mental illness or like depression the same way I see diabetes. Like, if your pancreas can't produce insulin, what do? You externally source it, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to being on antidepressants or meds. You block out some receptors, you try to fix some things, Thankfully, I'm not that bad, and I guess if I mean it varies from person to person, and I guess this works for me. But what I've tried to tell myself is that, hey, you know what? If I know that my mental health is on a decline, or if I know that I'm getting sad, what can I do about it? And it's scientifically proven that going for like cardio or exercise in a way will release endorphins. And of course, I'm not a fucking urologist. I don't know this shit for certain. It's just how I've chosen to perceive things and how it's helped me. And you know, if there's a chemical imbalance in my head, I know that something's misfiring. What do I do if I know that I'm feeling down? If I want the right chemicals to shoot up, right? I'll go for a run. Yet again, when you reach that end goal, you get that crazy release of endorphins, and those endorphins are life-saving, man. Like, just when you need those chemicals, they kick in, and all of a sudden you feel like you're on top of the world. It's all just a biological process, and if your body's going through some kind of biological process, try to make it go through another one, in a way, if you get what I mean, right? Of course, I know stimulants can do that and everything, but yet again, if it affects your physical health, if it makes your physical health deteriorate, it's not going to really help your mental health in the long run either. But yeah, that's why running has helped so much, because it it helps me release the right chemicals when I need it most. You know, I know that if things are fucked, I'll go for a run, and by the time I'm done my run, I feel like I'm back to square one again. You know, I feel like I'm good. And I know that it's very hard to remind yourself of this in the moment, but I guess that's where your friends come through, or I guess that's where like reminders are a lot more important. So it's cliche as fuck, but I put it on my lock screen. Yeah, I literally have it written down here. Whenever I look at my phone, it says feelings are merely just conceptualization. We're organic life and biologically wired. It's all just chemicals. So, you know, every time I take a glimpse at my phone when I'm sad, I get reminded of that, and I remember that, hey, you know what? It's just a chemical process that's going on. It's just this biological process, and I can try to fight it. I can try to do something to fight it. I can go out and reconnect with nature. I can try to find peace or serenity somewhere else. I can try to do an activity that might stimulate some other fucking chemical responses. You know, there's ample of things that you can try to do. It worked for me. It might not work for you. It might not work for some other people. But you can try. You know, there's always some way where you can try to find a solution. I guess in the long run, what I really wish for on my birthday this year is that all my friends get better. You know, because when I see my friends struggling the way that I've struggled, uh, it it's so disheartening, and I just want to see my friends prosper as well, you know. And I guess maybe they haven't found the solution that they need for themselves, and I don't think my solution might work for you. It's not one size fits all for sure. You know, maybe again, this is just food for thought. Take it in as it is. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't. But who knows, man? It took me 9 years. It might take you another 3. It might take you another 5. It might take you 15. But process is, I mean, the thing is, you'll get at the end anyways, and you can never go wrong with taking in a bit more, wisdom. And I guess that's all I hope to share, because another thing that I just want to build on is just getting wiser and more wiser every day as it goes by. You know, I feel like wisdom is something you can never reach max capacity on. There's always room to get more wiser as an individual. So yeah, my birthday wish, I just want my friends to be healthy. I want my friends to be good. I hope like my experience and my insight on how I've improved myself could maybe inspire something within my friends to sort of work on themselves, whether you need to cut out any stimulants, or whether you need to exercise more, or I don't know, maybe you need to get diagnosed and medicated. I just want you guys to, you know, be good. I just want to see everyone around me prosper, and I guess that's my wish for my 22nd birthday. I probably won't be sober forever. I feel like once I've reached the point where I feel like I'm healthy again, and you know, I've been through the process of grief, and I've processed all my emotions the right way, which I feel like I've been doing for quite some time now. Once I feel like I've reached that end goal, yeah, I'll enjoy in the leisures of what the world has to offer me. I mean, like, yet again, these are also things that you can take out of life. You know, it's a benefit of being alive, to be able to drink, to be able to have fun, do shit recreationally, right? Yeah, I'd like to, but it's not for me now. And I hope that if it might be the same for you guys, you know, take it the same way. There's a lot that life has to offer, but maybe it's not the right time for it. Can always be a better time, I guess. do what makes you happy. You don't have to fit into societal norms or fit into whatever the fuck people want you to be, or whatever people want you to do with your life. Do what you please. It's your life at the end of the day, and as long as you're not a retard, or as long as you're not reckless, you'll be fine. You know, don't make dumb decisions. As long as you steer clear of being a fucktard, you'll do great, man. As long as you satisfy what your soul wants and what you really desire deep down, dude, you will fucking skyrocket and you'll do amazing. It's worked wonders for me, and I believe it will work wonders for everyone else too. You don't have to be fearful, you know what I mean? Take care, guys. I love you all.
Maybe just a drinky poo. Maybe just a drinky poo.
You gotta show this.
Maybe just a drinky poo.
Jan's 22nd.
Wow, so young.
What a young boy, what a young man. Yeah, lor. Bright future.
Really?
Mac and cheese or something.
So yummy.
Salad,
So yummy one.
chicken, fries, and just one tomato.
You think Gian will win? Cheers. Ah, cheers.
He's eating what hot dog? Hungry What hot dog is it?
Sloppy Joe.
His favorite, is it?
First time trying.
It is now. See, he's turned 22, trying new things.
Future president, founder of Basmati Rice Run Club.
He already is, bro.
Future
I'm the CEO and founder.
CEO and founder of
Any
Basmati Rice Run
wise
Club.
words for the future Gian that you want to share?
One day, right?
One day.
We will take over Yap Club. We will buy 51% of the shares. Yap Club will cease to exist.
Oh,
There'll be a Basmati rice takeover. Yap Club first, and then Weekend Athletics, one by one.
what do you have to say?
You switched up on me too many times.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to Gian. Happy birthday. Good.
I want to feed him, man.
You want to feed him? Okay. Darren has something that he wants to say to you.
I want to feed you.
Yeah, come on. Oh.
I'm your son.
Yours are stupid. From who? I don't know.